لا يخرجك عن الوصف إلا شهود الوصف. Will enable you to break out and to detach from the attribute only your awareness of the attribute. That is the only way to rid yourself of your own negative attributes, and in this case, al-wahm, this wahm of things, is if you are aware and in witness of His attributes, subhanahu wa ta'ala. لا يخرجني ولا يخرجك ولا يخرجنا عن أوصافنا النفسانية الدنيئة الحقيرة المسكينة الناقصة الظلمانية إلا شهود صفاته الربانية الإلهية الكاملة النورانية الحقيقية الباقية الأزلية الدائمة. هذه will liberate me from attaching to and being aware of my worldly, transient, relative, weak, meager, destitute attributes. The only one that rids me of that is my awareness of His attributes of grandeur, of eternity, of perfection, of light, of omnipotence, of perfection, etc. Because when infinity is put even in our minds, when it is put in front of a finite, no matter how huge that finite is, then the finite disappears. Everything relative to infinity equals zero. Remember this, my dear sisters. May Allah help us remember. لا يخرجك عن الوصف إلا شهود الوصف. لا يخرجني. Remind that of yourself. Remind yourselves of that. Say, لا يخرجني شهود الوصف أي شهود وصفي إلا أو لا يخرجني شهود وصفي أو لا يخرجني عن وصفي إلا شهود وصفه سبحانه وتعالى. My focus, so I reorient my thoughts, I reorient my focus, I reorient my internal energies towards Him Azza wa Jal. The beam now is reoriented towards Him Azza wa Jal, and when that connection is set, then everything else dissipates. My sifat will dissipate. My ugliness, my greed, my selfishness, my lack of generosity, my indulgence, my whims, my weakness, my fears, my hopelessness, my arrogance, my delusion, my illusions, my ostentation, my laziness. صفاتي البشرية النفسانية. أي نعم، ما قادك شيء مثل الوهم. In our social relationships, you build alliances and you break alliances, let's say in family life, oftentimes based on wahm, which most of us don't know. Wahm, this perception that you have of her or of him or of your parent or of your child or of your spouse. And that would lead sometimes to breaking a social relationship. It's a wahm. And if a wahm begins as an iota inside of my mind or my emotion or yours, and then we ignore it and we entertain it, we ignore it, meaning we don't immediately, completely cut it, then that wahm begins to grow, and it grows very quickly, exponentially, sometimes depending on the condition of the nafs. And then, khalas, then it leads me, drives me to make decisions, social decisions, family decisions, on the basis of that perception, that wahm. And we allow it to multiply. ما قادك مثل الوهم. And then it leads me sometimes to want to build relationships with X and Y and Z on the basis of that wahm. And then it will generate in me a tama', covetousness, a desire for the other, to the extent for me to then lower myself and abase myself and humiliate myself in order to achieve what I tawahamtu, what I falsely, irrationally, unrealistically perceived to be of the other. So it leads me to even lower myself and to build expectations that are unreal, mirage of expectations. Positive expectations, mirage of positive expectations, or a mirage of negative, harmful expectations, i.e. fears. ما قادك شيء مثل الوهم. اللهم نجني من وهم نفسي. اللهم نجني من وهم نفسي. اللهم نجني من وهم نفسي. إن يتبعون إلا الظن وإنهم إلا يخرصون وإنهم إلا يظنون. As Allah Azza wa Jalla says, we follow but our wahm, our conjectures, our unreal assessments. And that's what drives us. يتبعون, it drives us to make decisions at home, to make decisions at work, to make decisions in our business, to make decisions in our social relationships, to make decisions in our political decisions with the neighbor, with the distant, with the foe, with the friend, based on wahm.